Imagine this. It's Christmas Eve, and everything feels warm and cozy in this grand mansion filled with family drama, holiday cheer, and danger. But then, out of nowhere, the peace is shattered as a group of armed intruders barges in, ruining the good vibes and turning the fun night into a scary hostage scenario. But what they don't know is that someone unexpected is still hanging around the house. A mysterious person who's not just there to spread holiday joy. With everything going crazy, this unexpected hero ends up in a brutal battle, armed with an unusual set of skills and a deep, hidden past. What follows is a crazy ride of action, surprises, and a touch of Christmas magic that will leave you wondering, can one night change everything? Stay with me now. Welcome to Peak Plot Recaps. If you're here, you're probably ready to dive straight into some epic movies without the boring stuff. We're all about breaking down the coolest and most intense stories from the screen, quick, simple, and straight to the good parts. First, let's see what we are about to deal with real quick before we jump into the recap. So grab some snacks, sit back, and relax. Today, I'm going to explain an action-packed, holiday-themed thriller movie, Violent Night, directed by Tommy Wirkola. This film is a perfect blend of action, comedy, and thriller, with a 6.7 out of 10 IMDb rating. It's about none other than Santa Claus himself, but not the traditional silly, jolly, cookie-eating, chill guy version you know. This Santa is a complete crash-out, Viking warrior turned deliverer of gifts who stands on business in the middle of a hostage situation. With a group of elite mercenaries threatening a wealthy family on Christmas Eve, Santa decides it's time to step in, fight back, and show who he truly is, sledgehammer style. If you haven't checked out the movie yet, get ready for an intense and entertaining explanation as we break it all down from start to finish. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and give us a thumbs up. And now, spoilers ahead. The movie opens with a surprisingly somber Santa Claus. Instead of merrily preparing for his annual gift drop, we find him in a dimly lit bar in Bristol, England, nursing a drink. He's not exactly feeling the holiday spirit. In fact, he's fed up. Kids nowadays only care about the latest toys and gadgets, and the magic of Christmas feels like it's fading. Before leaving, Santa gifts the bartender a present for her grandson. She's puzzled. How did he know about her grandson? She follows him to the roof, only to see Santa riding off in his sleigh, leaving her completely stunned. Oh, and he throws up over the side of the sleigh, just for good measure. Meanwhile, in Greenwich, Connecticut, Jason Lightstone and his estranged wife Linda are trying to make Christmas special for their young daughter Trudy. Despite their marital troubles, they take Trudy to Jason's mother's sprawling mansion for a family gathering. Jason's mother, Gertrude Lightstone, is the very definition of a matriarch, cold, controlling, and filthy rich. The family dynamics are awkward, to say the least. Jason's sister Alva is there with her wannabe action star boyfriend, Morgan Steele, and her social media-obsessed son, Bert. Each family member is vying for Gertrude's favor, hoping to become the heir to her enormous fortune. The tension rises as the family gathers in the mansion's opulent living room, decorated to perfection for Christmas. Jason gives Trudy a walkie-talkie, telling her it's a direct line to Santa. Trudy's face lights up, and later that night, Jason and Linda overhear her whispering into the walkie-talkie. Her only Christmas wish? For her parents to get back together. Elsewhere, Santa is continuing his gift deliveries, though his heart isn't quite in it. When he arrives at the Lightstone estate, he's tempted by the lavish surroundings. He munches on cookies, drinks the family's liquor, and even relaxes in a massage chair. But his peaceful night is interrupted when a team of mercenaries, disguised as caterers, launches a surprise attack on the mansion. Their leader, a sinister man codenamed Mr. Scrooge, makes it clear that he's after $300 million cash hidden in Gertrude's vault. Chaos erupts as the mercenaries, each with holiday-themed codenames like Gingerbread, Frosty, and Krampus, take out the estate's guards and staff. Gunshots ring out, startling Santa's reindeer, who bolt off the roof, leaving him stranded. As Santa tries to find a way out, he encounters one of the mercenaries, Tinsel. What starts as a tense standoff quickly turns into a brutal fight. Santa, despite being out of shape and out of practice, uses whatever he can find: Christmas tree lights, ornaments, and sheer determination. In the end, Tinsel is sent flying out of a window and impaled on a massive decorative icicle. Santa, now fully aware of the danger, decides he can't just leave the Lightstone family to fend for themselves. Armed with a growing sense of responsibility and maybe a little leftover Viking bloodlust, he sets out to take down the mercenaries. Meanwhile, Trudy, still clutching her walkie-talkie, starts talking to Santa. At first, she's skeptical when he responds, but Santa wins her trust by recalling all the gifts she's received over the years. Her belief in him reignites his determination, and Santa starts to fight back harder than ever. Back in the mansion, Mr. Scrooge isn't pleased. He's discovered Trudy's communications with Santa and demands answers. When Jason tries to deny Santa's existence, Trudy runs off in tears and hides in the attic. While she sets up a series of booby traps inspired by Home Alone, Santa continues his rampage. Ever thought about setting your own Home Alone traps? Let us know in the comments what your ultimate booby trap would be. Santa's rampage through the mercenaries continues as he finds himself in the shed. It's here that he discovers a sledgehammer, a tool that seems to awaken his inner Viking warrior. With the hammer in hand, he channels his ancient past as Nicomund the Red, ready to unleash chaos on the mercenaries. The next fight is nothing short of brutal as Santa takes on an entire squad of heavily armed henchmen. Using his strength, cunning, and sheer determination, he decimates them one by one, leaving a trail of destruction behind him. Meanwhile, in the attic, Trudy's Home Alone-inspired traps spring into action. Gingerbread, one of the mercenaries tasked with capturing her, becomes the first victim. Stepping onto a broken ladder rung, he's impaled on a strategically placed nail. Trudy's traps don't stop there. Bowling balls, sticky glue, and shattered ornaments cover the floor, turning the attic into a death trap. Though Gingerbread became a victim of a 10-year-old girl's booby traps, his partner, Candy Cane, manages to make it through the gauntlet, only to find Trudy waiting for her. Before Candy Cane can act, Santa bursts in just in time to save Trudy, killing Candy Cane in the process. Downstairs, tensions between the family members are boiling over. Mr. Scrooge orders his men to start executing hostages, beginning with Linda, Alva, or Bert. The three argue over who should go first, buying just enough time for Alva to catch Krampus off guard and Bert to knock him down to the ground. With Krampus momentarily stunned, the family gangs up together and beats him to death using whatever weapons they can find. This makes a turning point for the Lightstone family, who begin to realize that they might have a chance of survival together. Outside the mansion, Scrooge and Commander Thorpe try to make the escape, taking Gertrude and the stolen money with them. But Linda proves she's not to be underestimated. Armed with a gun, she started to make a scene trying to make an opening for the Santa. And the mercenaries started to panic and got on their vehicles and started to escape with the money and Gertrude. Santa started chasing them on foot and wasn't far behind. Pursuing them through the snow-covered woods, he got his hands on a stolen snowmobile. Santa catches up and takes down another mercenary. Meanwhile, Linda, after taking out some men, share a moment with Jason, while Trudy watches her parents get together with each other again. The final showdown between Santa and Scrooge happens in a remote cabin. By now, Scrooge has pieced together the truth. This isn't just some man in a costume. This is the real Santa Claus, and he's on a mission. The fight is intense, with Scrooge landing several devastating blows. For a moment, it seems like Santa might lose. But then, Santa uses his magic one last time, grabbing Scrooge and pulling him up through the cabin's chimney with his magic. The narrow space crushes Scrooge's body, killing him in one of the most gruesome and satisfying scenes in the movie. Just as he calms down, Commander Thorpe arrives and shoots Santa in the back. Jeez. They just won't let Santa to catch a break. Before Thorpe can finish the job, Gertrude picks up a nearby gun and takes Thorpe out herself. Despite their victory, the family arrives at the scene and they left with a grim realization. Santa is dying. Jason quickly ran to a snowmobile and grabbed some stolen money and burns to keep Santa warm, but it was not enough. As Santa begins to succumb to his wounds, Trudy takes charge, rallying her family to affirm their belief in Santa. Their collective faith works like magic, literally reviving Santa and healing his wounds. Confused but grateful, Santa thanks them for restoring his faith in Christmas. As if on cue, Santa's reindeer return, complete with a new sack of gifts and a note from Mrs. Claus. Among the gifts is Santa's long-lost hammer, Skull Crusher, a poignant reminder of his past. Santa bids the Lightstone family farewell, reminding Trudy to always believe in the magic of Christmas. With his faith restored and his mission complete, Santa climbs into his sleigh and resumes his gift deliveries, leaving behind a family that's stronger and more united than ever. Do you still believe in Santa? Let me know in the comments below. In a mid-credits scene, Bert, ever the opportunist, records a vlog standing next to one of the dead mercenaries. He gleefully tells his viewers that Santa is real and warns them to stay on the nice list if they know what's good for them. This is one unforgettable night filled with action, surprises, and just the right amount of holiday magic. Who knew the holidays could get this crazy? But at its heart, this story isn't just about fights and thrills. It's about believing, about family, and about how even in the darkest moments, hope can shine through. Comment below what you think about this movie. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell. See you next time.